special.
You know where you are?
You know I
You're a Yavin, baby!
Who's this guy?
We made it to Yavin. Oh, there's a little
Is that a
swamp
John
trooper.
Halo?
It's a swamp
Yeah,
trooper.
it's a little Halo.
It is a Halo guy. He's like,
John
I am
Halo.
Master Chef.
Good show.
Who's shooting me?
Master Chef?
Beer! That's
Coconut.
That's Iron Chef.
Oh, that's right. I'm just thinking of that guy.
My favorite one.
That
Yeah,
does
Mark
this.
DeCascos. Not Japanese at all.
But he is Japanese.
No, he's not. Mark DeCascos?
I thought he did like a whole Japanese like samurai.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of martial arts films.
What nationality is that man?
I think he is. There might be some Filipino in there, maybe.
Beer.
His last name's DeCascos.
I know.
So
But you can have a last name and still be,
he was in the Crow TV show as the Crow.
It's like you being called Broad or like Eric Lee. It's like, oh, that makes sense.
His father, Al DeCascos, is from Hawaii and is a martial arts instructor whose parents originated from the Philippines
Irish and
we're-
Japanese ancestry.
and were of Chinese, Filipino, and Spanish ancestry. His biological mother is of Irish and Japanese ancestry. So there is some Japanese.
He can do a story about samurai.
But yeah, he's supposed to be the son of the original chairman or whatever, or the nephew of the nephew.
Supposed to be?
Yeah, his character.
His character is.
His character.
So this
on
gets
Iron
this
Chef,
gets into like
the lore.
WWE
This
lore.
is the lore. Yeah, this is the kayfabe of fucking Iron Chef. His character is supposed to be the nephew of the original chairman from the Japanese show.
It's like how stupid those WWE like stories are. Like,
Yeah.
you're having her baby. Let's fight this out in the ring.
Storylines, dude.
Yeah. So soap opera.
My favorite
Oh,
Iron
there's two
Chef
of them?
one is
3 of them? What the
Beer.
fuck?
Just the beer.
no. As he was demonstrating, every time they reveal a secret ingredient, he fucking does this and fucking announces it rather excitedly. Right? Coconuts! Anyway, and does it in various inflections.
Salmon.
Yeah. My favorite one, though, they lift the hood up and Farmer's Bucket!
Farmer's market.
He just does this real quick.
Chops it.
Farmer's Bucket! And I was like, what? Mark DeCascos. He's in, was it Double Dragon?
There we go.
He was in the new John Wick.
Yeah, that too. But he was one of the Dragon Boys in Double Dragon.
Makes sense. Most recently, though, he was the guy that was obsessed with John Wick that
Yeah.
fought him.
They had that dank ass fight. scene.
Yeah, that was a good fight with all the glass window panes and shit. I think
That was
he,
one-
he
'cause
brought
that
out a
was-
samurai sword.
Was that part of the long fight when he was fighting like all those goons and he was just like chucking shit at them and murking them?
No.
Like chucking knives and.
That was at the beginning.
Okay.
That was after he
Oh
fights.
yeah, because he had like popped a boner for John Wick and he wants to fight.
Yeah.
They're in that trippy ass room.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yep. It had mirrors and window panes.
Yeah. And they
You know
kept
what? That
falling
third
on
guy
shit.
killed himself.
Good.
Yeah. I think he,
Way to go, Death Trooper. You live up to your name.
Yeah, he just jumped all the way up there and just crashed
Wait,
right
is it
there.
Death Trooper or is it Dark Trooper?
Shadow Trooper.
Shadow Trooper. Okay. What if it was Death Trooper? You'd be living up to your name just by dying. You just show up, light your lightsaber, and you're just like, all right, I'm gonna kill myself. I am a Death Trooper.
That fight though we were talking about.
Yeah.
I went to it with my dad because like when John Wick 2 came out, my dad
you
was
went
like,
to the fight with your dad?
yes. When John Wick 2 came out, like about halfway through the release, my dad was just like, "Have you seen that John Wick movie?" And I was like, "I haven't seen the first one, but like
don't want to.
I know what it is."
You don't
yeah,
want
I
to.
know.
Okay,
and I was like, "I know the storyline or whatever. Like, I don't think we'll be too."
You guys have soft spots for
yeah.
doggies.
Too put out of having to like figure out what's going on. It's pretty cut and dry.
But no.
Well, but I mean, like,
it goes into deep lore
Yeah.
after the second one?
Yeah, in the second one, but I'm just talking about the first
I
one.
know. It doesn't
So,
get deep in that
my
one.
dad and I went to the second one, and we enjoyed the shit out of it, so we went to the third one.
Oops.
And when that scene happens, and he's fucking, they're like getting thrown through cabinets and shit, and he's just like, grabbing knives from cabinets, the display cabinets, and chucking them and fucking murking people, stabbing them and taking he's like throw an axe at somebody or some shit at one point.
Yeah, I think he gets
Like a hatchet.
an axe thrown at him and he grabs it.
And then throws it back.
I think so,
Some
yeah.
shit. But anyway, that fight scene, my dad and I were sitting there. We're in like the middle of the theater. There's other people there, but it's not like packed. And we're just laughing. Because it was just like, oh, like that kind of, like, holy shit,
Like, this is unrealistic.
How, more and more ridiculous, like, the kills were, and, like, how just, like, cool it looked and shit. There's just those dudes in the middle, just, There's a lot of those.
Like, that could happen.
No, not that. Just, like, that's ridiculous. Like, in an awesome way. Like, I really enjoy mindless action stuff.
That happened
But it's not mindless because it's well choreographed.
when do you
It looks
remember
really cool.
The Ring with Naomi Watts?
Do I remember the ring?
I went to that in theaters with my buddy Will Burns. The second that the horse falls off the boat and like cracks its head on the
I was
propeller,
there too.
we laughed our fucking heads off. I forgot you were there, Sean.
Yeah.
Was anybody else there that I'm forgetting?
It was I don't know. It was us. It was a long, long time ago.
I just remember chuckling the shit out of that
Tell
horse.
the dummy.
The
It was a horse dummy,
dummy.
life-size horse dummy that just kind of flopped
It
over the edge.
took me out of the movie. I was like,
Yep.
I
Well, you had a bunch of people glare at us too. Like,
One of
how can you
those
laugh at a horse?
moments where I think I've talked about this before.
we
But,
did. I remember getting glares.
No, not. Or yeah. So yeah, I might have told this before. But there's my buddy Chuck
Oh, I've
Crane.
heard this before.
I've heard this one. Yep.
My buddy Chuck Crane and I
Yep.
used to have a movie review show on KNDS, or no, not on KNDS, on the NDSU like closed circuit television, whatever.
You ain't no candy asses.
We did have a radio show also on KNDS, but this show was like a video one where we did like movie reviews, whatever. So we went to a bunch of different types of movies,
Sure.
and some were because we wanted to see it, and some were because like this would be pretty funny. So we went to Beastly. Was it Vanessa Hudgens and like someone else? It was like a modern day Beauty and the Beast, and the guide getting turned into the Beast is just him getting some like facial scarring, but becoming like badass and like ripped and like.
What?
like him being turned into the Beast is just him getting like a facial scar and becoming a hot dude. He's like a popular guy at school, and when this
And then he gets a scar? Oh, no.
well, this girl like curses him or whatever because he was being a douche or some shit, and so
As you do.
he turns into the Beast. Basically, like he loses his hair, and he gets like this kind of scar on his face.
Like, is it
And
like
he's got
alopecia
this
hair?
like and he's got like
He's got stringy hair?
no, he's got no hair, like
Okay.
completely bald, like
Okay.
no hair, and then he
Shiny bald or like buzzed?
just matte bald.
Matte bald. Okay, that's still hot. That's hot. If it was like Jeff Bezos, like completely
No,
silky
it's
smooth.
not. It's not shiny.
Because he can't.
And then he's got this like
If you're gonna be bald, like, why not like
I don't know,
wax that shit?
this big ass like
Make it all
tattoo
shiny.
on him too. I was like,
Is that the curse?
So he just that's what the Beast is. He's still like human. It's just like he's got a scar on his face and he's bald and he's got a tattoo. But anyway, so he's very vain and like one of the popular kids in school. So he's like, I can't go to school anymore. So he starts like
Doing drugs?
doing stuff from home or whatever.
Doing school from home?
And
Is this what the movie is?
like his tutor or whatever is Vanessa Hudgens' character.
She's not a slave?
No, and then, like, but he is like a rich. He's not a
give up.
prince. He's just like a rich kid. And
Same thing.
But anyway, after this curse happens,
I like that
and
song.
he's like
Just whipping him
he's like
around.
mad and he's crying and whatever because of how he looks.
Puss.
And he
He's
goes
got
on
money,
to
dude.
he goes to the copyright safe social media website they have in the movie.
Oh, sure. What was it called?
I don't remember. But
My face.
he goes on there and
My book.
decides to delete his profile because he can't show his face anymore. You know what I mean? Like it's not like
That's the saddest thing I've
so,
ever heard.
So he goes to deactivate his account, and then it says, "Why are you leaving?" or whatever. You know, like it has one of those
that's
messages,
so sad.
like one of those messages for a little input.
Yeah.
You know, and he types, "I am no more."
Oh no!
And when that happens, Chuck and me like immediately both at the same time burst out laughing. And like this has like a little bit of fandom because it's based off of a book.
A young adult novel.
Yeah,
Well,
and-
not just Beauty and the Beast, but
Yeah, but yeah. And so there's these younger girls that are there, or like older teens that are there also, and they're sitting in the back row. And
Thank God I realized
she
that
was
was
just
really
like-
melodramatic.
she was just like, you could hear why is that so funny?
Why
I
are you
was like-
laughing?
yeah, like because they're treating, it's very serious for them.
Yeah.
We're just like, do you not? He just typed "I am no more" as a reason he's leaving the social media site. And all that happened was he got a scar and now looks like the hot bad boy instead of the fucking.
He's got a sick ass tat.
Instead of the fucking hot jock guy.
Oh, no.
That's what it
Aw.
is now. Like, okay, it was a bad movie, but that moment was hilarious.
I am no more.
I am no more.
Well, now I'm gonna put that in every time I leave a social media.
Yeah.
Why are you leaving us today? I am no more.
I am no more.
Why are you canceling your subscription to Disney Plus? I am no more.
I am no more. And they're like, oh yeah, we
God.
don't have
Oh,
the young adult
Jesus.
version of Beauty and the Beast, just the, of course, just the Disney.
Just the Disney one. But we'll be back, and Sean will kill these guys in this dang tunnel.
Dark forces, dark tunnels, bro. There's like a joke in there somewhere, and I'm not finding it,
I don't know, dang tunnels, dang.
Dude, who's hotboxing that tunnel? Dude?
bro.
On the Star Wars special